Okay, so today we're going to discuss how to scan documents in Notes. All right, so what do we do first? Okay, I have taken a screenshot. This is actually a screenshot off my iPhone, and I have a bunch of folders, so I have my notes in one of the folders. So this is the little icon you're looking for. And, you know, when Apple first came out with Notes, it really wasn't that great. But if you're not using Notes, you're missing the boat because it is very, very powerful. And today we're only going to go over scanning documents in Notes. But it has so many, many things that it can do. So let's get started. So we're going to tap on the Notes app, and then we'll go to the next step. Okay, so we've tapped on Notes. Now, what happens when you open up Notes? If you've been using Notes for a while, it's going to open up to your folders page. And for today's demonstration, I just created a folder called Test, and as you can see, it says Folders. So we've opened it up, and this is what that page is going to look like. So this is, we need to go down here to the bottom right and tap on that little box that looks like it's got a pencil in it, because this is going to create the note. This is the little icon to help you create the note. All right, so let's do that and see what happens. Okay, so now we've created our little note. And as you can see, this note has a lot of features to it. First thing you're going to notice is you've got a keyboard. So when you type on this keyboard, you know, it's going to like type all your little notes that you want to type right up there at the top. As you can see, this right here is a cursor, so that's where it starts. As you can see, if you are lazy and you don't want to type, you can use your microphone and you can speak it and it'll just jump right on the page. And this, I'm sure you're pretty familiar with this little keyboard. It's you know, just like the keyboard in messages or in email or whatever. So, but for today's purpose, what we're going to do is we're going to discuss scanning the document. So this is what we're looking for. You want to tap on the camera app, or the camera icon, I should say. And when you tap on that icon, then what it's going to show is there's going to be a little menu, and it's going to give you the choices of scanning a document, inserting a photo or a video, which you can take, or you can go to your library and pull one out of your photo library and add that, or it gives you a choice to cancel. So today, what we're looking at is learning how to scan the documents. So when you tap on that, then we're going to do this, and then we'll go to the next step. Okay, so this is the next thing that you're going to see. And what we're wanting to do is scan the document. So tap on Scan Documents, and then we'll take it to the next step. Okay, so now we've tapped on the Scan Documents, and this is what happens. Okay, it opens up your camera, and I'm just using a page, it's the warning page of my sewing machine, just to show you how this works. Okay, so as you can see, there's that little camera button. So when you tap on that, it's going to like scan this document, and I'm going to show you on the next screen what's going to happen. Okay, so when I had tapped that little camera button, then it scanned my page. Now, look down here and see how it says drag near corners to adjust. And they're talking about these little things right here. Sometimes they're out of whack. They may be like over here or something. So you just want to make sure that those little 4 circle things are at the corners of your, make sure they're at the corners of your document. And once you're satisfied, then what you want to do is tap Keep Scan. If you are not happy, maybe it's blurry or something, then you want to hit retake. And then it'll just, start over. So, all right, then let's look at the next step. Okay, so you've tapped it and you've said keep the scan. So now, check this out. It says it's ready for the next scan. So this is the beauty of this whole thing, is like if you've got a document with tons and tons of pages, no sweat. You can just keep scanning away. And, once you've gotten all of your little pages to your document scanned, then the next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to save it, okay? So that's what we're going to do next. Okay, so now you have saved the document, all the pages to the document, and this is the next screen. As you can see, I've got a couple of pages here, and this is kind of interesting. It found important read before use. That was a line that it saw, and it has titled this PDF scan important read before use. Now, otherwise it's just going to say scan documents, but since it found some words, it decided to name it. So I think that's kind of interesting. Well, okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to tap on that little box in the upper right corner. It's with a little upper arrow in it. And when you do that, it's going to give you several choices of what you can do with this note. And for today's lesson, I have selected email. So when I tapped on that, it took me to the email screen, and that's going to be our next screen. Okay, so we have finished our project, and now we're going to be emailing it to somebody. So this is just such a great thing. I think it's kind of interesting that, remember, it titled it Important Read Before Use. So you can see it's what it's titled, this PDF. But having the ability to create a PDF and send it by email, or there's several other choices that you could do, but for today we're just sending it by email. I just think that's great. Another wonderful thing, speaking of PDFs, is if you get an email that's got a PDF in it, and you've opened it up, you can also go up there and hit that box it's always in the upper right corner, and it's a box with a little arrow going up. And when you do, it gives you the choices of what you want to do with this PDF. And one of the choices is you can put it in notes. And if somebody has sent you a PDF that you really would like to keep, and you don't exactly know how to go about it, this is what you can do. You can choose notes, and you can either put it in a brand new note, or you can take and put it in a note that you've already created. So that now, hopefully, you have learned something to do with your PDF files that maybe you didn't know before. I think we all know how to, when we save a photo, it goes into our photo library, but it took me a long time to figure out what to do with a PDF file, and maybe y'all have had this same problem. But anyway, hope I hadn't been too complicated or something. I hope you've learned something. I hope you're going to dive into notes and just have it work for you, because it's powerful. And maybe I'll do another one of these and go over some of the other features. So anyway, thank you.